I actually visited one of my favorite places, 100 Famous Views of Edo, drawn by Hiroshige Ando, and what the scene is like now. The Otenmacho cotton shop in 007 looks like a picture seen from the side of the Ozu Washi building on Showa-dori, 2Chome, Nihonbashi-honcho. On the road in Honcho that runs through Nihonbashi from east to west, there were many cotton wholesalers, and it was commonly called the cotton shop, Momendana. Initially, this street was the Oshu Kaido, the main street from the center of Edo to the Tohoku region. The Oshu Kaido passed through Honcho, Odenmacho, and Hatagomachi, left Asakusa Gomon, went north, and crossed the Sumida River at Hashiba. The first post station was Odenmacho, and many Denma were prepared. Denma is a horse for transportation prepared at each post station, and it is easy to understand the image that many trucks were prepared in the modern terminal. So this time, please start with the old map. Let's add a red gradation to the point of view. This town, along with Odenmacho on the north side and Momendana on the Gibashi side, was called Otenmacho, and was a town that played the role of a horseman who was obliged to transport luggage for official use by the shogunate. It is said that the name of the town is also derived from the mansion of Magome Kageu, who plays the role of Denma. Mr. Magome is from Mikawa, and his subordinates seem to have been doing something like an agency for Mikawa cotton as a side business. I also overlaid a modern Apple map. I also overlaid aerial photographs. Eventually, in the second year of Kaicho, 1597, the Senju-Ohashi Bridge was built over the Sumida River, and the first post station on the Oshu Kaido became Senju, which changed the direction of this town. Around the time of Kane, 1624-44, some of the elderly people in the town and those who were in charge of horse riding events began to handle cotton, and after that, the town was transported while repeating its rise and fall. I've taken a big break from my work. Many cotton wholesalers from Ise lived in Odenmacho, and they handled the highest quality cotton from Izumasu-Azaka. Eventually, during the Kyoho era, 1716-35, in addition to cotton-producing areas such as Mikawa, Ise, and Aori, kimono stores and other stores were also opening stores one after another, and this neighborhood was Edo Ichino. It has become a cotton town. At both the Sando Festival and the Kandamayan Festival, which are held every other year in Edo, the leading float, Kankadori, was put out from this town. It is an episode that talks about the richness of wealth in Odenmacho. The once prosperous cotton store now remains as a textile wholesale district around Nihonbashi-honcho, which is about 2 km further along the Oshu Kaido. Let's take a closer look at the picture. The night view of the cotton stores from Kido, is it just before the stores close? Since the door is open, it is said that it may be before 10 o'clock at the latest. Many of the cotton wholesalers at that time had a majestic black plastered stance, and it is unique to Odenmacho that shops of the same construction are lined up under one roof. On the second floor of the building, the lattice can be removed from the inside in case of emergency. A fire prevention rainwater tank is surrounded by a cage on the roof, and the boundary between the stores is Ujutsu. It seems that he was paying particular attention to fire prevention measures by placing a firewall like this. Looking at the Norin, the store continues from the right to Tabataya, Mujia, and Chimea, and in reality, the composition is such that there are even more stores. Inside the store, cloths are piled up, and it is depicted that they are still doing business. The largest Tabata shop is the Edo branch of Tanaka shop in Izutsu, and the clerk is said to have been a man-only shop dispatched from the local area. 2 geisha are drawn on the left. One of them is a nostalgic man and has a collar of underwear called Nagahuben. So is he getting sick, or is it still cold at this time? In addition, the geisha don't wear socks, so it may have been colder. Both of them are wearing plain clothes, and the style of hanging obi is popular these days. In addition, it is said that this picture was drawn in the 5th year of Ansei, and it is the last work in this famous Edo Hyaku Uke series. At that time, after the Tenpa reforms, which prohibits luxury, there are no more shops that only sell cotton wholesalers, so the actual store structure is a little different. It seems that some researchers think that Hiroshige may be an advertising picture drawn by a cotton wholesaler to attract customers. Well, I asked him what was going on there now. It was a town with a completely different image of buildings standing in a forest, just as the construction was being done. The road in front of you changed from Oshu Kaido to Ukiyo-e, and is now called Otenma-honcho. From the point of view, this is the view from the right, Showa-dori, and the Nihonbashi intersection. The left corner is the Itochu Kenzai headquarters building, where aluminum plates are neatly pasted. From the viewpoint, this is the view from the left, Showa-dori, and Umoto-cho. The right side is the Ozu Washi main building. 2 lines ahead is Ito-dori, Mito-kaido, and the JR Sobu main line is now running underground. This is a video taken counterclockwise from Hiroshige's point of view. First of all, the main building of Ozu Washi and Showa-dori, and above that is the Metropolitan Expressway Uno line, both of which have considerable traffic volume. The underpass that crosses the Nihonbashi side and the left is the Itochu Kenzai headquarters building. This is a photograph mainly taken of the wall of the Itochu Kenzai headquarters building to match the perspective of the picture drawn by Hiroshige. I overlaid the picture drawn by Hiroshige on it. In addition, I cut out Kido and the geisha and collaged the current photos. You might be surprised if Hiroshige sees such a picture.